Hi humans, Apocalypse here back with a new video. In this video, I'll be going over the best controller settings in Modern Warfare 2. Now, majority of these settings you can use if you play on keyboard and mouse or controller, but I'm specifically going to dive into sensitivity and like dead zoning with controller. So if you control the player, it's going to benefit you more, but the rest of the settings you can use no matter what you play on. But let's just get straight into it. So first, let's start off in the controller tab. Now, obviously make sure your input's on controller. Button layout, that's all personal preference, to be honest. Controller vibration off, that it distracts you from gameplay. Like if you're shooting someone, it's vibrating your controller. It's you might not know it, but it's distracting. So I'll definitely suggest turning it off. It might get hard to, I'll suggest turning it off. It may be hard to get used to, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. Especially if you want to play competitively, vibration is just not the way to go. Okay, now aiming. Me personally, I play on 7. But you know, if you're new to the game, you might want to lower sensitivity. All depends on your playstyle. But I would recommend, for anyone who's just new, I would recommend just 5. I think 5.5 is perfectly fine. And then ADS sensitivity multiplier, that also depends on your sensitivity. So, because I got high, I got mine down to 8. If you play on like a 5 sensitivity, this should be up to like a 1 or 90. So I feel like it goes lower. That the higher sensitivity is, the lower this should be. But yeah, this is a sweet spot for me. Now onto gameplay. Automatic sprint, put that off. We don't need automatic sprint on, it's not worth it. ADS I have on hold. Okay, interact. Now we have prioritize interact. This is the closest thing we're gonna get to contextual tap back from Modern Warfare and Warzone. So definitely use this, it's the closest thing we're gonna get. Armor plating, I mean, Warzone's not even out yet, but I gotta apply one at the moment. Okay, advanced. Now, target aim assist. Make sure you have your aim assist on at all times. It's the best thing for controller players. That's literally what they use. Assist type, I have it on default. This is one that could sway a few people. I have response curve type on linear. Now most people play on standard or dynamic. That's just the norm because most people are used to it. But if you actually get the time to play linear and like actually get good with it, it's generally better at the 3. Like, just for consistency's sake, if you just want to get on and play, these two are going to be easier. But if you're trying to, you know, elevate your gaming and become a better player, in the long run, linear is going to be better. So I definitely recommend switching to linear. You don't have to, but you know, I just think if you get good with it, it's definitely going to be worth it. Input dead zones. Now, dead zones is tricky because every controller is different. And if you have stick drift, it's going to deeply affect your dead zone. So basically what you want to try and get your dead zone as low as possible without there being stick drift. So you want to like put it down a notch and then see if there's stick drift and then keep doing that until you find it. I actually have it at 10. This is my sweet spot at the moment. My controller sometimes has a little bit of stick drift, but you want to go basically as you want to put the value down as low as possible without the stick drift taking effect. Unless you have a brand new controller, you should be fine. Put it as low as possible. And then I have my triggers to like 0.4. And I feel like anything 0.5 or below is what you need your trigger should be. Shouldn't be higher than that for any of your triggers. I have my tactical sprint as double tap. That's just a personal preference thing. You guys can have yours on whatever you like. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it for controller. So controller players, you can rest because now we're going into the other stuff that everyone can use. That ain't just controller. So next we're gonna go to graphics. Now, half of this is preference, half of this is just gonna help your gameplay. Now it depends if you're a streamer or you like to record and make YouTube videos. You know, it's gonna be different from people who just play the game casually. So for me, I have my full screen borderless at the moment because I was having problems with the game crashing a lot. But I think that might be fixed. I have my VSync off. Custom frame rate limit, I suggest to just do it to whatever your monitor refresh rate is. So I got 140 or 144, just something like that. Wherever your monitor is, I would just recommend doing custom instead of unlimited. Unless you have like the craziest PC in the world, I don't know. Brightness, I like to have mine on 50. I tried to find a sweet spot. I went 70 and I went to 40. You know, I tried different ones. And I just felt 50 is the best, personally. That's pretty much it for display. Let's go on to quality. I like to use image scaling. I think it's the best one for me personally. But you know, you can try out DLS. I think DLS might be good as well. I have anti anti anti-aliasing in SMA T2X. And then this is all the quality settings. I'm gonna have this on low, memory scale on 90, texture resolution on low. Remember, I stream and record, so most of my settings are gonna be on low, just so it's gonna be easier for me to record and stream at the same time. But for most people, if you're playing casually, you just want it on normal. I would say normal, but for a lot of people, they like to make content and stuff, so it depends really. So this one, also depends on what kind of PC you have, if it's good or not. But generally, I feel like low is just the best because, like, I don't know, I think it's just the best. Texture filtering high, nearby level detail high. Like I only put high on stuff that really matters. Like nearby level detail, that you know, you want to be next to people. You want that to be high quality because you want to be able to see. I think that's really important. Distant level of detail is pretty far away unless you're sniping, so it's low. It's on short, high, practice quality, and particle quality, normal. Bullet impact and sprays, I like to have that on. I like to see the bullets. Shaders, definitely put shaders on low because shaders always make the games go crazy. Shaders, the amount of time shaders take up. Terrain, memory, put it on max. Texture streaming on. Streaming quality, normal. Low, off. Very low, off. So I'm just speeding through this part because this part really, it depends on what you have, so it's hard to cater to everyone, you know. Particle lighting, put it on low. Put static reflection quality on high. Reflex low latency, I like to have it on. Some people could do on plus boost, but I think on, just leave on, it's fine. Depth of field, off. World motion blur, definitely off. Motion blur is the worst thing to happen in gaming. Film grain, put this down to a 0. You don't want that film grain. Maybe like 10 if you're feeling a bit frisky, but yeah, generally put it down to just 0. No point. Let me go view. Field of view. I would say definitely anywhere between 110 or 120. I'm pretty sure console players can now use field of view on this game. They couldn't in other previous CODs. But yeah, make sure it's 110 or 120. Nothing below that. Nothing below that. Make sure you have this as affected ADS field of view. It's gonna help you reduce recoil when you aim down sight. You're not gonna notice it much, but if you change this to independent and then you play a couple games to change the affected, you're gonna notice the difference. Affected is the way to go. Third person field of view, I got it on 8. I haven't actually played third person to be honest, but I got it on 80. First person camera movement 50, and that's pretty much it for graphics. Next, audio. I got headphone bait and booster. You could just use normal headphones. Master volume, I have mine usually quite low. Music volume, actually that should be on 0 to be honest. Dialogue should be on like 40. I don't want it to be too loud. Effects, that's completely up to you. Hit marker, I like to have my juicy thick hit markers. Have your speakers for, you know, your game chat and stuff. Subtitles, all this stuff is just personal preference. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're going to interface. Okay, scroll down to HUD, vertical heads up display. I have this on 25. I think 25 or 50 is good to have this on. It's just personal preference. I think it's the best. Minimap, put it on square. We've learned from Warzone, square's the best. It shows more of the map. Circle looks cooler, but square shows you more of the map. So definitely have it on square. I prefer minimap rotation on. That's just me personal. I know some people don't like it on, but I like it on. Crosshairs, I love my crosshairs. Hit marker visuals, I love hit markers. That's like my favorite thing. Player names, that's up to you. I like it on. Yeah, we'll talk about this one. Color customization. Click on this and you can actually properly customize in detail how you want everything to be. So you have different color filters. I like to use filter 2 personally. I have my world color instancy on 80. And then you get to choose what color you want. So me personally, I like myself to be green. I like my teammates to be blue. I want my party to be purple. I want the enemy to be orange. I've always liked that since like Black Ops 1 days. I've always changed it. So I like my enemies to be like orange, yellow. And then contested, red. So this is really personal preference. This is really down to you. I like how detailed you can customize this. But yeah, that's pretty. You also got your colorblind settings here. So if you want to change it to like if you're colorblind to certain things. And if you didn't know, you get quick settings here. So these are like the most important things. You can control, you can change your sensitivity, change your volume, change your brightness, change your full screen. like super quick. It has like these 8 settings you can just change real quick. And lastly, if you didn't know, if you go to here on the settings menu, you can type stuff. So let's say you really want to find a setting, and you know you don't know where to find it in. You can just type it in and it'll come up. So I want to control the sensitivity. I can just type in sensitivity, and it just comes with all different sensitivities. You know, you literally you can just click on it. It will just take you straight to it. It's absolutely insane. So that's pretty much it. And if you didn't know already, there's a firing range. So, but yeah, I hope this video did help you out, and more COD content to come in the future. See you guys in the next one. Peace.